Hello, everyone. Welcome back to English Speaking Nerds. I'm Maya, and I am thrilled you're here today as we unlock one of the most powerful secrets to sounding fluent and natural in English.
And I'm John. Today, we're revealing something that separates beginners from advanced speakers. Something that makes your English flow like a river instead of stopping like broken pieces. Something that native speakers do automatically without even thinking about it.
We're talking about connecting sentences, linking your ideas smoothly, making your speech sound natural and professional. This is the secret that makes people think you're fluent, even if your vocabulary is simple.
Even if simple. And here's something amazing we'll share later in this video. There's one magic connecting word that instantly makes you sound smart and educated. Native speakers use it constantly, but most English learners never discover it. Once you start using it, people will respect your English immediately.
Respect immediately. But first, please hit that subscribe button right now. Join our English-speaking nerds family. We're not teaching boring grammar rules today. We're teaching you how to speak English that flows beautifully and sounds completely natural.
Completely natural. And you must stay until the end because we'll reveal the #1 mistake that makes your English sound choppy and broken. Millions of learners make this error daily, but once you fix it, your speaking becomes smooth instantly.
Smooth instantly. Also, drop a comment below telling us about sentence connecting in your language. Does your language use similar words, different patterns? We read every comment, and your engagement helps us reach more learners worldwide.
Learners worldwide. Real conversations, natural flow, grammar that actually makes sense. So let's begin with an important question. Why does connecting sentences matter so much in English?
Matter so much because English values smooth flow, connected ideas, clear relationships between thoughts. When you connect sentences well, people understand you easily. They enjoy listening to you speak.
Enjoy listening. But here's what textbooks don't explain properly. Connecting words aren't just grammar, they're thinking tools. They show how your brain organizes ideas. They reveal your logic clearly.
Your logic clearly. And here's what makes this interesting. Native speakers learned these connections naturally from childhood. They never studied them formally. They absorbed them through listening and speaking constantly.
Speaking constantly. But you're learning English as an adult with conscious effort. So you need these patterns explained simply. The system shown step by step. The rules made crystal clear.
Crystal clear. And that's exactly what we're doing today. We're breaking down connecting sentences into easy pieces, into simple patterns, into natural usage you can practice and master completely.
Master completely. Now, before we explore the connecting words, let me ask something important. Have you ever noticed how native speakers rarely pause between sentences? Their ideas flow together smoothly. What's their secret?
Their secret? The answer is connecting words. These small words create bridges between sentences. They show relationships. They guide listeners through your thinking process naturally.
Process naturally. Think about building with blocks. Without connections, blocks fall apart. With connections, you build strong structures. Same with sentences. Connections make strong communication.
Strong communication. So what's the fundamental purpose of connecting sentences? What's the core idea that explains everything? Ready for this simple truth?
Simple truth. The fundamental purpose is showing relationships between ideas, how one thought relates to another thought. Cause and effect, contrast, addition, time sequence. All these relationships need clear signals.
Clear signals. Let's prove this with real examples. First category, adding information. When you want to add more ideas to what you just said. Super common in everyday speech.
Everyday speech. The most basic connector, and. Everyone knows this word. I like coffee and I like tea. Simple, clear, connects two similar ideas together.
Ideas together. But native speakers use more sophisticated connectors for adding information. Also, besides, furthermore, moreover, in addition, these make you sound more educated naturally.
More educated naturally. Let's practice with also. I enjoy reading. Also, I love writing. See how it connects the sentences? Shows both activities are similar interests.
Similar interests. Besides adds something extra. I don't want to go. Besides, I'm too tired. The second sentence gives an additional reason. Very natural in conversation.
In conversation. Furthermore sounds formal and educated. The plan is expensive. Furthermore, it takes too much time. Perfect for business English and formal situations.
Formal situations. Moreover is similar to furthermore. The product is high quality. Moreover, it comes with a warranty. Shows additional positive information clearly.
Information clearly. In addition, works perfectly in writing and formal speech. The hotel is beautiful. In addition, the staff is very friendly, professional and clear.
And clear. Second category, showing contrast or opposite ideas, when your second sentence disagrees or contrasts your first sentence, very important for natural English.
Natural English. The simplest connector, but. Everyone uses this constantly. I like coffee, but I don't like tea. Shows opposite preferences clearly.
Preferences clearly. However, sounds more formal and sophisticated. I wanted to go, however, I was too busy. More educated than simple but in many situations.
Many situations. Nevertheless means despite something. The weather was terrible. Nevertheless, we enjoyed our trip. Shows determination despite difficulty. Very powerful word.
Powerful word. On the other hand, shows two different sides. Living in cities is exciting. On the other hand, the countryside is peaceful. Balances two contrasting ideas fairly.
Fairly. Yet shows surprise at the contrast. He studied hard, yet he failed the exam. The result surprises you. Very common in storytelling, naturally.
Naturally. Still means despite previous information. It was raining heavily. Still, they went outside. Shows action despite obstacles. Conversational and common.
And common. Third category, showing cause and effect. When one thing causes another thing. When you explain reasons and results. Essential for clear communication.
Communication. Basic connector, so, super common in speaking. I was tired, so I went to bed early. Simple cause and effect relationship shown.
Relationship shown. Therefore sounds more formal and educated. The store was closed. Therefore, we couldn't buy anything. Professional way to show logical results.
Results. Thus is very formal and sophisticated. The evidence was insufficient, thus the case was dismissed. Perfect for academic or legal English.
Legal English. Consequently shows direct consequences. He missed the bus, consequently he arrived late to work. Shows clear result from previous action.
Action. As a result, links cause and effect clearly. It rained all week. As a result, the river flooded. Very clear connection between events.
Between events. That's why is very conversational and natural. I love animals, that's why I became a veterinarian. Sounds friendly and personal in speaking.
In speaking. Fourth category, giving examples. When you want to support your idea with specific cases, makes your communication concrete and clear.
And clear. The most common connector, for example, works everywhere. I love fruits. For example, I eat apples every day. Gives specific case supporting general statement.
General statement. For instance, means exactly the same thing. Many people exercise regularly. For instance, my neighbor runs every morning. Equally natural and common.
Equally natural and common. Such as introduces examples smoothly. I enjoy outdoor activities such as hiking and swimming. Connects examples directly to the topic naturally.
Topic naturally. Like works perfectly in casual conversation. I want to visit Asian countries like Japan and Thailand. Simple and conversational for examples.
Examples. To illustrate sounds formal and educated. Communication skills matter greatly. To illustrate, successful leaders always communicate well.
Perfect for presentations and formal speaking.
Formal speaking. Fifth category, showing time relationships. When you explain what happened first, next, later. Essential for telling stories and explaining processes.
Explaining processes. Then is the simplest time connector. I woke up, then I brushed my teeth. Shows sequence of events clearly and naturally.
And naturally. After that, moves to the next event. We had dinner. After that, we watched a movie. Very common in everyday storytelling, constantly.
Storytelling constantly. Next works perfectly for sequences. First, heat the oil. Next, add the vegetables. Great for giving instructions step by step.
Step by step. Later shows something happened at a future time. I went to school. Later, I met my friends. Simple and natural for time progression.
Time progression. Meanwhile shows things happening at the same time. I was cooking. Meanwhile, my husband was cleaning. Shows simultaneous actions clearly.
Actions clearly. Finally shows the last thing in a sequence. We visited many places. Finally, we went home. Signals the end of events naturally.
Events naturally. Sixth category. Emphasizing or clarifying. When you want to make your point stronger or clearer. Important for effective communication, always.
Communication always. In fact, adds emphasis to truth. I enjoyed the movie. In fact, it was the best movie I've seen this year. Makes your point stronger.
Point stronger. Actually corrects or clarifies information. I thought it was expensive. Actually, it was quite cheap. Shows real truth versus expectation.
Versus expectation. Indeed confirms something strongly. The exam was difficult. Indeed, many students failed. Agrees and emphasizes the truth powerfully.
Truth powerfully. In other words, explains the same idea differently. The project is behind schedule. In other words, we're running late. Clarifies meaning simply.
Meaning simply. That is, introduces a clearer explanation. I need it tomorrow, that is, I need it by morning. Makes your meaning more specific.
More specific. Now, here's the secret we promised earlier, the magic connector that makes you sound educated instantly. Ready? This changes how people perceive your English.
Your English. The magic word is moreover. This connector makes you sound sophisticated and educated immediately. Native speakers use it in formal situations constantly.
Situations constantly. Why is moreover so powerful? Because it shows you can organize complex ideas professionally. It sounds intelligent. It sounds educated. It sounds confident.
Sounds confident. Example in business. Our sales increased this quarter. Moreover, customer satisfaction improved significantly. Sounds professional and impressive completely.
Impressive completely. Example in academic context. The research shows clear results. Moreover, the methodology was rigorous. Sounds smart and credible naturally.
Credible naturally. But remember this important rule. Use moreover in appropriate situations, not casual conversation with friends. Save it for formal or professional contexts.
Professional contexts. Now let's discuss the huge mistake we promised to reveal, the error that makes your English sound choppy and broken. Ready? This matters enormously.
Matters enormously. The mistake? Not using any connecting words at all, speaking in separate disconnected sentences. Your ideas sound like broken pieces, not flowing thoughts.
Flowing thoughts. Bad example. I went to the store, I bought milk, I came home, I made coffee. Sounds like a robot speaking, not natural at all.
At all. Good example. I went to the store and bought milk. Then I came home and made coffee. Flows smoothly. Sounds natural. Much better communication.
Better communication. Another common mistake? Using only and for everything. I like pizza and I like pasta and I went to Italy and I ate a lot. Too much and. Sounds childish.
Sounds childish. Better version. I like pizza and pasta. That's why I went to Italy, where I ate a lot. Uses variety of connectors. Sounds more sophisticated.
more sophisticated. Third mistake, using formal connectors in casual conversation. I'm hungry, nevertheless, I shall continue working. Sounds strange and unnatural completely.
Unnatural completely. Better version, I'm hungry but I'll keep working. Simple, natural, appropriate for the situation. This is how natives actually speak.
Actually speak. Fourth mistake, wrong connector for the relationship. I was tired, therefore I went running. Therefore suggests logical result, but going running when tired isn't logical.
Isn't logical. Better version, I was tired, however, I went running anyway. However shows contrast, makes sense because running despite tiredness shows determination.
Shows determination. Now let's practice with real conversations, natural exchanges, how natives actually connect sentences in everyday situations. Pay close attention, carefully.
Attention carefully. Conversation 1. Friends making weekend plans. Casual situation. Natural flow between ideas.
Between ideas. Person A. I want to go hiking this weekend. However, the weather forecast shows rain. Person B. That's unfortunate. Nevertheless, we could go to the gym instead.
Gym instead. Person A, good idea. Also, we could watch a movie afterwards. Person B, perfect. In addition, let's grab dinner together. See the natural connecting flow?
Casual but sophisticated. Uses variety of connectors. Shows educated speech without sounding too formal. This is natural English conversation.
English conversation. Conversation 2, office meeting, professional context. Colleagues discussing a project together.
Project together. Person A. The client wants changes to the design. Therefore, we need to revise our timeline. Person B. I understand. Moreover, we should increase our budget.
Our budget. Person A, good point. Furthermore, we'll need additional team members. Person B, agreed. As a result, I'll contact HR today. Professional, clear, well-connected ideas.
Well-connected ideas. This is real business English, using sophisticated connectors appropriately, showing professional communication skills clearly and effectively.
And effectively. Conversation 3. Telling a story to friends. Narrative situation. Connecting events in time sequence naturally.
Time sequence naturally. Last weekend was amazing. First, I went to the beach. Then, I met some new friends there. After that, we had lunch together. Later, we played volleyball. Finally, we watched the sunset. In fact, it was the best day I've had in months.
In months. Perfect storytelling flow. Uses time connectors appropriately, adds emphasis at the end. Natural, engaging, easy to follow completely.
Completely. Notice how the connectors guide the listener through the story? Each connector signals what's coming next, makes the story clear and enjoyable.
And enjoyable. Now let's discuss which connectors work best in speaking versus writing. This is important for natural English usage.
English usage. In casual speaking, prefer simple connectors. And, but, so, then, also. These sound natural and conversational, not formal or stiff.
Or stiff. In formal speaking or presentations, use sophisticated connectors. Moreover, furthermore, nevertheless, consequently. These sound professional and educated naturally.
Educated naturally. In writing, especially academic or business writing, use formal connectors frequently. Thus, therefore, hence, accordingly. These show logical thinking clearly.
Thinking clearly. In text messages or casual emails, keep it simple. So, but, also work perfectly. No need for fancy connectors in informal digital communication.
Digital communication. The key principle, match your connector level to your situation. Formal situations need formal connectors. Casual situations need casual connectors. Simple logic.
Simple logic. Now let's talk about pronunciation, because this affects your natural flow significantly. Many learners pause too much around connecting words.
Connecting words. Native speakers blend connectors smoothly into sentences. I was tired, so I went home, flows together, not I was tired, pause, so, pause, I went home.
Went home. The connecting word bridges the sentences without breaking the flow. Practice saying sentences smoothly. Let the connector glue the ideas together naturally.
Together naturally. In I like coffee, however, I prefer tea, there's a tiny pause after however, but it's natural, not a complete stop. The flow continues.
Flow continues. Practice with a recording. Listen to natives. Notice how they connect sentences smoothly. Copy their rhythm, their flow, their natural speech patterns.
Patterns. Now let's talk about practice strategies, how to master connecting sentences, how to build natural flow, how to sound fluent and confident.
And confident. Strategy 1. Read English texts and highlight all connecting words. Notice which ones appear frequently. Notice how they link ideas together.
Ideas together. Keep a notebook. Write down examples of each connector from real English content. Build your personal collection of natural usage examples.
Usage examples. Strategy 2. Practice speaking about your day using connectors. I woke up. Then I had breakfast. After that, I went to work. Later, I came home.
Came home. Add more connectors as you improve. I woke up early. However, I felt tired. Nevertheless, I had a good breakfast. Therefore, I felt better. Then I went to work.
To work. This builds automatic usage. Your brain learns to connect sentences naturally without thinking. This is real fluency developing step by step.
Step by step. Strategy 3, listen to podcasts or watch shows. Count how many times you hear connecting words. Notice which situations use which connectors.
Which connectors? This trains your ear. You start recognizing natural patterns. You absorb correct usage through repeated exposure to real English.
Real English. Strategy 4, practice writing short paragraphs about simple topics. Use at least 5 different connectors in each paragraph. Build variety consciously.
Variety consciously. For example, write about your morning routine. Use first, then, after that, also, finally. Practice until it becomes automatic completely.
Becomes automatic completely. Strategy 5, record yourself speaking. Listen back. Notice if your sentences flow smoothly or sound choppy. Identify areas to improve.
To improve. If you sound choppy, add more connectors. If you use only and, practice variety. Self-awareness plus practice equals improvement always.
Improvement always. Strategy 6, learn connector pairs that work together. First and then. Not only and but also. On one hand and on the other hand.
Other hand. These pairs create sophisticated sentence structures. They make your English sound educated and well-organized. Very impressive to listeners.
To listeners, practice using pairs in your speaking. On one hand, the job pays well. On the other hand, the hours are long. Sounds balanced and thoughtful.
And thoughtful. Now let's do a quick review. Main concepts, essential patterns, critical information, everything important summarized simply and clearly.
And clearly, connecting sentences makes your English flow smoothly and naturally, shows relationships between ideas, makes communication clear and professional always.
Professional always. Main categories of connectors. Adding information with also, moreover, furthermore. Showing contrast with but, however, nevertheless. Very important categories.
Important categories. Showing cause and effect with so, therefore, consequently. Giving examples with for example, for instance, such as, essential for clear communication.
Clear communication. Showing time with then, after that, later, finally. Emphasizing with in fact, actually, indeed. All these make your English natural.
English natural. Use simple connectors in casual speaking. Use sophisticated connectors in formal situations. Match your language level to your context appropriately.
Context appropriately. Avoid speaking in disconnected sentences without connectors. Practice variety instead of using only and. Blend connectors smoothly without long pauses.
Long pauses. That's everything. Complete guide. Simple breakdown, real examples, practical strategies. You now understand sentence connecting at a useful level.
Useful level. Thank you so much for staying with us through this complete journey into connecting sentences, for learning actively, for practicing mentally, for improving constantly.
Improving constantly. Please hit that like button if this helped you understand how to connect sentences naturally in everyday conversation. Share this with other English learners.
English learners, and absolutely subscribe to English Speaking Nerds for more real English lessons about speaking naturally and fluently like native speakers do.
Speakers do. Drop a comment below. Tell us which connector surprised you most. Moreover, nevertheless, that's why. We want to know your thoughts.
Your thoughts. Your comments help us create better lessons. Your questions guide our future videos. Your engagement builds this community of learners worldwide.
Learners worldwide. Remember, connected sentences create flowing English. Master this skill. Sound more fluent. Sound more natural. Sound more professional immediately.
Professional immediately. Don't just memorize these connectors, practice them actively. Use them in conversations. Use them in writing. Build automatic natural usage completely.
Usage completely. That's real fluency. That's genuine progress. That's transformation from choppy English to smooth English that flows beautifully always.
Beautifully always. Keep practicing. Stay consistent. Notice connectors everywhere in English around you. Make mistakes, learn from them. Keep improving daily.
Your English will transform. Your confidence will grow. Your naturalness will increase, all because you mastered this essential skill today.
Skill today. Until next time, pay attention to connectors everywhere you encounter English. Listen actively. Notice the patterns. Learn from real usage.
Real usage. We'll see you next time on English Speaking Nerds for more lessons about speaking English the way natives actually speak it naturally.
Speak it naturally. Take care, everyone.
Take care and keep practicing connecting your sentences smoothly.
See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone. Keep making fantastic progress with your English.